Hello viewers and welcome to another Doctor Who episode review. Today I'm reviewing The Highlanders, which is a completely missing 4-part story which ran from the 17th of December 1966 to the 7th of January 1967. And there's no DVD release of this, so it's completely missing, so I've just watched the loose cannon telesnaps. And The Highlanders is written by Elwyn Jones and Jerry Davis, and it stars Patrick Troughton as the Doctor, Annick Wills as Polly, Michael Craze as Ben Jackson, and Fraser Hines as Jamie McCrimmon. It's the introduction story to Jamie. So, what do I think of the story overall? It's very weak, I think. It's not a hugely exciting story. It's not very interesting, but I suppose it's a good story of introducing Jamie because we get to see a bit about where he is actually from. We know he's Scottish, but we want to see. It would be good to see where he's in normal life, if you get what I mean. So yeah, the historical aspect of it, as it's a purely historical story with no sci-fi elements to it. It was the Redcoats versus the British, and obviously because the Scottish army doesn't like the British people because they're against the Polly and Ben were taken away. Then Polly gets her little scene with Kirsty, and Ben gets his little bits on the boat, and the Doctor. I actually found the Doctor quite hilarious in this story. With these being missing episodes, and with this being the second outing for the second Doctor, we can't actually see his actual personality yet. So it was quite good to see how he'd react going to a historical event and not being this normal serious first Doctor that I'm used to. So, and I did find him funny. He were in disguise as a German doctor, and he were in disguise as an old woman, and I think it was in episode 2, which just cracked me up when the German doctor were bringing in patients, and they were telling. I remember him telling one of them to say and they wouldn't do it, so he punches him and go and that's better. That just cracked me up, and what he did to his second patient with his eyes, that just cracked me up with laughter. It were funny the way the Doctor was. But yeah, there's not much really to say about this story. It's very, with these pure historical stories, I know this is the very last one of the pure historical with no sci-fi elements in it. The thing is with these historical stories is that they're very, very similar. And there's hardly any variation. There are a couple of historical ones that we've had which are different, but they usually generally follow the same sort of format. They land somewhere historical, and they end up being put in prison, and they have to get the way out and escape and go back to the TARDIS. That's usually the format for these historical episodes, which is fine for a couple of them, but once you get 6 or 7, I don't know how many, but 6 or 7 of them, which mainly just have the same sort of plot of arriving somewhere historical, getting imprisoned, and it's basically a race to get back to the TARDIS. I start to lose interest because I've seen it before, if you get my meaning. So I'm quite glad this is the last purely historical story, because we can get some variation with the sci-fi elements, and we're not getting the same old historical story, if you know what I mean. But really, this story is basically the introduction of Jamie, and Jamie is a great companion, if not one of the best. And spoiler warning, he is a companion for all of the Patrick Troughtons from now on. So yeah, an important companion, and I think he's a little bit underrated. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because there's not much to say really. And yeah, my next review will be the Underwater Menace, which I'm going to review the DVD release as it's complete. Well, there's 2 parts missing. And yeah, I will see you in my next review. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. I want to know what you think about the Highlanders. Do you think it's, better than how I'm making it out, or do you think it is really terrible? So yeah, I want your comments. And yeah, I will see you later in my next video, and bye.